Alright, hello everyone. I'm glad I'm doing another BRICS video. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we're starting right here. Oh, before I start, remember, this is for research. We're trying to understand BRICS and how it's relating to the US dollar and World War III. We're trying to understand how point A led to point B. So let's continue. Okay, so one of the things that's interesting about here is how Chinese cyber operations um, in the early 90s up to 2015 focused on industrial espionage, illicit IP acquisition, and various forms of surveillance. Chinese operations focused heavily on Western financial institutions and strategic dual-use technology areas such as artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, satellite technology, synthetic biology, renewable energy, and next-generation manufacturing technologies, including high-performance batteries. Okay, so China is stealing a lot. Okay, okay, now we're okay. In China's 14th five-year plan, the central government outlined 8 key areas of vital economic interest for development and production. The Chinese government is expected to broadly classify these 8 key industries. They are energy, healthcare, railway transportation, telecommunications, national defense, advanced manufacturing, network power, and sports and culture. Okay, so here's a little thing if you want to take a look at it about what the Chinese are targeting. If you want to pause and look at that, be my guest. Okay, so a few of these efforts to steal IP, the focus on how they got this was they basically stole IP for commercial gain, to conduct political military espionage and to project network power. The Chinese network power is a subset of comprehensive national power. In essence, it involves owning the network infrastructure and the technologies connected to it, such as Internet of Things systems. I really do not know what that means, but it sounds like anything connected to the internet. I'd have to look that up and get that defined. I wish it would define it in here. Um, Network power combines technology and strategy to create systems that can be used for monitoring control. Yeah, okay, so this is where we get into the whole thing to where, like, they shame people in China for jaywalking, which is very, very weird. Um, so they have the ability to extract political, economic, defense, and surveillance information directly from systems of national interest. In other words, it's all connected. Okay, hold on, I'm reading. If you want to read along with me, you can. Okay, several threat actors have been identified targeting specific South Asian countries. This includes Rancor targeting Singapore and Cambodia in 2020 with the specific intent to maintain persistence and extract intelligence. In 2021, Chinese state-sponsored cyber espionage activities was reported supporting BRI activities and cyber operations to territorial disputes in the South China Sea. Victims identified include a broad range of governments, defense, and foreign affairs departments from Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia. Okay. The analysis of targeting patterns convergence with Made in China 2025 and the 14th 5-year plan. That's what FYP stands for. So if you see it, that's what it stands for. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, so this is referencing 5 individuals that are included in this that are showcasing China's front companies and contractors for cyber operations and the theft that they are doing. And this suggests, whilst there's an overall campaign objectives, the assignment of tasking within the APT may align with specific teams that utilize standard TTPs within their teams based on composition, expertise, access to toolsets, and common vulnerabilities across target types. So we should be coming to another graph. And you can look at this graph if you want to. Where are we at time-wise? Okay, we're only at 7 minutes. We're doing good. I'm reading. Okay, China's after aviation technology. Right here. In aerospace, China identified aviation and aerospace as key industries in its newest 14th 5-year plan and Made in China 2025. And it looks like they're targeting Taiwanese aviation industries. That was, in 2021. Made in China 2025 vowed to heavily insist in existing and new universities, encouraging the growth of research and engineering schools all over the country. Chinese universities have long been associated with Chinese cyber espionage operations linked to various APT groups. I cannot pronounce the S University. We're talking about this. I'm just not going to try to pronounce that. In particular, was connected to the Lucky Cat cyber espionage campaign that targeted multiple entities in Japan and India. Now, that is strange because India is a part of BRICS. So, do you see how China treats its own allies? They spy on their own allies very heavily. I mean, I'm sure we do, but, particularly to me, I think if your allies, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I don't think you should focus on spying on them. I think you should negotiate and hopefully they'll come through and with respect and talk to you about these technologies. So it looks like another thing that they're interested in is healthcare and biomedical sectors. This was especially true between 2014 and 2016. They targeted medical device companies. So I wonder if anyway that's related to COVID. 19. Other targeted information included pharmaceutical development, and clinical trial data. It should be noted that Chinese strategic goals articulated in both the 14th five-year plan and Made in China 2025 emphasize a focus on healthcare and medical devices. I wonder why. Especially Made in China 2025. That's next year. I need to look this up. This Made in China 2025. The APT 41 also targeted a biotechnology company undergoing acquisition in May of 2015. Exfiltrating clinical trial data, developing drugs, academic data, and research and development funding related documents. Okay, I'm reading. Okay, this is important. Analysis from other sources indicate that aerospace, aeronautical, and information technology are the primary emphasis for collection activities, with a strong focus on collection by the People Liberation Army. Okay, so know that when you see PLA, we're talking about the People's Liberation Army, Joint Intelligence Bureau, which the People's Liberation Army is China's army, and they're not here to liberate people. I'll just say that. The Ministry of State Security is also actively engaging in stealing foreign aerospace technology. The theft of information technology, IP, is a significant focus of Chinese collection efforts, including the construction of shadow labs by researchers overseas to duplicate their research in China as they access funds and research from other nations. Okay, just want to check where we are now on time. 12. I think we're going to stop there because I think that kind of summarizes a good deal of what China's interested in. Aerospace, definitely, because they know war is coming. And I think they did the medical information because of the virus that we saw. So it's just interesting to kind of like review this and see where things are going, and also trying to show people that China's not the good guy. Okay? We gotta get that straight. China is not good. Not the people of China. We're talking about the Chinese government. Okay? We only deal with governments when we're talking about this. The people in China are doing what they have to do to survive right now, is the way that I look at it. They have a choice, but you can do more when you're alive than when you're dead. I'll just put it that way. So we'll go over some more of this, and because I want to stop here because it talks about a shift to prioritize Southeast Asian targets. So I want to separate these two. So next week we'll begin here on page 51. Other than that, I hope everyone has a good one. I'll talk to you later, or if I do reply, if you decide to form a response. But I hope that gave a good idea of some of what China's intentions are, and I need to make a priority to research what this Made in China 2025 is, because I think I want to do my next BRICS video on that. If I can find some good information, let's just say that. Um, but anyways, you guys have a good one. Until next week, you know, I'm doing my shorts right now, and in the shorts that are coming up, we're fixing to hit my first future predictions video. Um, and there's a lot of good stuff going in on there. I'm gonna take a little poetry break and kind of do some short clips on that. And then I'll head back to the poetry, because the poetry's just as important. Creativity helps raise the level of consciousness. Um, we'll have a consciousness discussion at some point. But right now, the focus is understanding BRICS, China, and how World War III was built. And then once we see where it was built, we'll talk about where we see things going. See if we can make a future prediction of how this all kind of like plays out. Because World War III is different. We haven't gotten to like the fighting stage yet, but we will. Okay. But we do have time. I don't see anything that can stop it right now. I see a delay, at least on our part, but I don't see a stop of socialism and communism spreading. But the United States will stop socialism and communism from spreading, and the evil that it brings. But until then, I will see you next time. Peace out. Bye-bye now.